It is Monday morning, the start of a new week, and for the next couple of days I really wanted to try to get more efficient at working. So what I've done is I've set up a couple of goals that I want to achieve by the end of this week, and each day I'll work towards completing those goals. But before I get to that, this video needs some kind of a background music, and making music is something that I've been wanting to get into for a very long time, and I figured when's better to start than right now in this moment. So keep in mind that this is really the first time I try to do something serious with music, so don't judge me too harshly because the music you'll be hearing might not be that good. Okay, so now that that's done, I want to move on to the next thing that I have to do today, and this is probably going to take the rest of the day. So I'm working on this new game called Hiker together with my girlfriend. It's just a simple arcade game. You jump between platforms until you eventually fall off a platform, and yeah, that's the end of the game. But what I want to do this week is to polish it almost to its completion. I'm pretty sure that I won't be able to finish it this week, but I'm gonna try to do as much as possible. And one of the things we want to do is to make a day and night cycle, and just to give the game some different color schemes and make it more interesting to the player. This is something that many mobile games do. After you reach a certain score, the color scheme of the game changes. So yeah, that's the idea that we have here, and today I'll try to finish that. The way I'll do this is I'll have 4 different times of the day, each with their own color scheme. And as you jump on a certain amount of platforms, the time of day will change. It's a pretty straightforward solution, and once you go from sunset to night to sunrise, the cycle is repeated over and over again. It sounded simple in theory, but it took me a lot longer than I had expected. I got the environments to change color, but the colors are obviously still wrong, and the sun is not yet moving. But that is all I have time for. Maybe I will be able to work a little bit on the day and night cycle tonight. So this morning I woke up to the news that Touch Arcade had written an article on Gladihoppers, which is great because I love Touch Arcade. I listen to their podcast all the time, and if you're into mobile gaming, I definitely recommend you check out their website and their podcast. I know a magical place we could go. Anyway, I am gonna work on Gladihoppers a little bit this afternoon, but right now, this morning, I want to finish the day and night cycle in Hiker. I always try to find different ways to get motivated and different ways to work faster and be more efficient. It's funny because this week I wanted to challenge myself to take fast decisions and work fast while at the same time recording and making this video. And the first thing I do ends up taking way longer than I had expected, because it is now late in the afternoon, Tuesday, and I think I'm gonna end this day by polishing some of the arenas in Gladihoppers. But hey, at least I finished the thing I was supposed to do yesterday, So looking at this arena that I made a couple of months ago now, I think it still looks pretty good. But I want to try to make the pillars slightly thicker, as well as redo the sand and the shadows, which are too dark. And then it obviously needs some more stuff in the background. A big issue I've been having is trying to figure out what to actually put in the background behind the arenas. Originally, I wanted to make buildings and other things that you would see in cities, but I decided it wasn't worth the time and effort. So in the end, I'm just gonna have a solid color that reflects the overall color of each arena, as well as some trees. I'm considering releasing the game on mobile before it's actually 100% done. As I've been mentioning in previous videos, the career mode is still pretty far from being finished. And these arenas can take a lot of time to make as well, because I do a lot of work on them before I'm happy with how they look. So I'm thinking about cutting a couple of the arenas that I had planned out of the initial release of the game and instead adding them later. The last thing I'll do is to make the title. I'll appropriately name it The Arena, temporarily of course, until I come up with a better name for it. But that's basically it. I don't think I'll change this arena anymore unless there's something about it that really starts bothering me. So it's now been about a week since I released Gladihoppers on itch.io, and I've been getting a lot of feedback. A lot of people have been commenting, and one of the most suggested features is throwable weapons. I think I'm gonna add that next week, because today I will do something that I already promised I would do, and that is to upload a Mac version of the game. This will probably take a little bit to test out and see that everything's working, but the main thing I need to do is to change the Xbox controller inputs in the code, because in Unity, the game engine that I'm using, the input for the Xbox controller is different on a Mac compared to the PC. But other than that, I'm probably just gonna edit this video for the rest of the day. I wasn't really able to make and record everything I wanted to, but hopefully I'll get a little bit more efficient with each video I make. Thank you for watching and see you next time.